Hi, welcome back. Today we're breaking down what the IPEF Supply Chain Agreement is, why it matters, and how it could impact businesses, tariffs, and the flow of critical goods worldwide. Let's start. 1. What is the IPEF Supply Chain Agreement? The Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, IPEF, was launched in May 2022 as a United States-led initiative to foster economic cooperation across the Indo-Pacific without relying on traditional free trade agreements. One of the four core pillars of IPEF focuses specifically on strengthening supply chains. This is the IPEF Supply Chain Agreement. Unlike tariff-based trade deals, it emphasizes resilience, diversification, and cooperation across critical sectors, not tariff reductions. 2. Historical background. Launch and negotiation. IPEF officially launched in Tokyo in May 2022. Negotiations for the Supply Chain Agreement concluded by May 27, 2023, at an IPEF ministerial meeting in Detroit. Signing and entry into force. The agreement was signed on November 14, 2023, and formally entered into force on February 24, 2024, after at least 5 members, e.g., the U.S., Japan, Singapore, Fiji, and India, completed ratification. 3. Member countries. 14 countries are part of the IPEF Supply Chain Agreement. Asia-Pacific nations: Australia, Brunei, Fiji, India, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. United States. Collectively, these economies account for approximately 40% of global GDP and 28% of global trade. 4. Why it matters. The IPEF Supply Chain Agreement is crucial because it addresses the vulnerabilities exposed by recent global disruptions, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, geopolitical tensions, and natural disasters. Its key objectives include building resilience. It aims to prevent future supply chain disruptions by promoting diversification of sources, improving infrastructure, and increasing collaboration. Enhancing transparency. The agreement encourages information sharing and real-time monitoring to identify and address bottlenecks and vulnerabilities before they escalate into crises. Promoting cooperation. It establishes new bodies such as the IPEF Supply Chain Council, the Crisis Response Network, and the Labor Rights Advisory Board to facilitate collaboration and coordinated responses during supply chain crises. Addressing critical sectors. The agreement specifically targets sectors and goods that are vital for national security, public health, and economic well-being, such as critical minerals, semiconductors, and pharmaceuticals. 5. Operational mechanisms. Instead of a free trade model, the agreement establishes a framework with 3 key bodies to achieve its goals. The IPEF Supply Chain Council. This is a central body where member countries can discuss and develop sector-specific action plans for critical sectors and goods. This involves identifying vulnerabilities and working together to address them. This is where the core of the work happens. The IPEF Supply Chain Crisis Response Network. This is a direct emergency communications channel that allows member countries to quickly share information and coordinate responses during a supply chain disruption. Think of it as a hotline for supply chain emergencies. The IPEF Labor Rights Advisory Board. This board, composed of government, worker, and employer representatives, aims to promote labor rights and fair labor practices within the supply chains of member countries. The idea is that strong labor standards contribute to more stable and resilient supply chains. 6. Scope of the agreement. The agreement does not specify a static list of goods. Instead, it allows each member country to identify the critical sectors and key goods that are vital to their national security, public health, and safety, or could cause widespread economic disruption if their supply is interrupted. However, the IPEF Supply Chain Council has already identified some key sectors for action plans, which include semiconductors. This is a crucial area given the global reliance on semiconductors for everything from electronics to automobiles. Chemicals. The chemical industry is a foundational element for a vast number of other industries, including pharmaceuticals and manufacturing. Critical minerals. With a global shift towards green energy, the supply of critical minerals, with a focus on batteries, is of paramount importance for the development of electric vehicles and renewable energy technologies. 7. Tariff situations and trade alignment. Not a free trade agreement. It does not reduce tariffs or open markets. This differentiates it from conventional trade deals. Regulatory flexibility. Its structure allows countries, e.g. India, to participate in specific pillars without committing to others like trade, preserving sovereignty over sensitive policy areas. 8. Benefits and strategic value. Industrial resurgence. Supports U.S. competitiveness by securing essential inputs for manufacturing and fostering economic revitalization. Regional stability. Offers an alternative platform for economic cooperation, reducing dependency on any single global power and strengthening regional trade security. Capacity building. Encourages investment, MSME integration, improved logistics, and workforce upskilling across member nations. 9. Challenges ahead. Non-binding structure. Without strict enforcement mechanisms, the agreement relies heavily on political will and follow-through by member countries. Lack of economic incentives. The absence of tariff concessions or financial incentives might limit private sector engagement. Diverse domestic contexts. Balancing interests of varied economies and securing domestic ratification remains complex, especially for countries like India with cautious trade approaches. Conclusion. The IPEF Supply Chain Agreement marks a strategic shift in regional economic governance, moving from tariff-centric negotiation to resilience-focused cooperation. By establishing bodies for sector planning, crisis response, and labor rights, it aims to bolster the Indo-Pacific's capacity to navigate future disruptions. While it won't transform trade overnight, it lays a foundation for a more reliable, collaborative, and inclusive regional economy. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more supply chain career tips, and share this with someone preparing for their next leadership interview. Join our membership for deeper insights, weekly newsletter, even free books. Join now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.